back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Discipline Therapy Podcast. I'm your sexy and handsome host,
Jesus.
EL Discipline. Accompanying me is your other host,
The just as sexy Sujey Sotomayor.
ladies and
Ew.
gentlemen, wherever you're tuned into, wherever it is part of the world. We appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to
Share.
share.
Thumbs up.
This is your discipline therapy where everything is completely free. See, if you subscribe, it's free. There's no monthly fee.
None.
It's judgment free. It's sucker free. It's censor free. And it's sensitive free. And plenty of liberty. Normally we have that good weed, yes indeed. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and that means everything else is straight. Gift of gab and gift of jab. Go grab your wine, make sure the kids are in bed. This is that soul food, prepare your mind to be fed. Light one up, inhale life and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast. We are here.
Yes, we are. Definitely here. Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
What was all this about? I want to show mine off too. What are
do you
you
mean?
showing off? What's that?
Oh, this is 1804. You know what that what that year signifies?
Haiti's independence. Ew, what? I know. I do my homework.
Claro,
I have a good teacher
claro que sí.
who teaches me to do my research. Research king here, right here. He is the research king. By the way, I forgot to tell you.
What's up?
The last show that we did.
Mm-hmm.
You in your final thoughts, you were like, you said that me and you do everything ourselves here.
Yep.
With the editing and stuff.
Yep.
Ditos. I think that made me tear up because I was like, he's so nice. He's putting me in that shit, but really. I don't do any of the editing. Not even a little. I tell him that sounds good.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was nice.
I say we because we're a team.
We are a team.
You know what I mean? I say we because we're a
dynamic
team.
duo.
So whatever I lack in, you pick up. And whenever I'm slacking, you pick up. And if you're slacking, I pick up, double up, whatever it needs to do. But, we're a team at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I don't really care.
Well, thank you, because I do, and I know I keep bothering you to show me how you do it, but it's kind of hard,
You know what it is? It's
just
funny.
It's just so busy.
Yo, it's funny that you say that because plenty of time you've told me in the past, even private conversations. Oh, you're not patient. Right?
Oh,
that's your thing.
I thought you were going a whole different way with that.
I have to work on that. Like patience.
I think you've gotten better. A lot better. From when I first met you.
Yeah.
Much better.
But I disagree with you.
I know.
100%. Because I have patience for other people. I have patience for other people as far as like people come to me for advice. I have patience for other people's projects and stuff like that. My projects, I don't have patience for. I feel like anything I cannot control, I don't have patience for.
Yeah. But you don't always have patience for other people. Because you're like me. We don't like stupidity. And when somebody does something stupid, says something stupid, or is not acting the right way, because I know that makes me impatient. Impatient. That was such bad English.
So me not having patience in that circumstance means what? What's the result of it? Like I'm acting out. I'm walking away. Like
you mean when you don't have patience?
Yeah.
No, you get you're brooding. You're kind of like how when I saw you today and you're like, you okay? And I was like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Ay, Dios santísimo.
So anyway. You still don't want to talk about it?
You know what? It was just when you're like, wow, I'm really being tested. It's like one after another, boom, one thing after another. That's kind of how the day was. I was busy, not on top of being very busy. You know.
Well, we have an interesting topic
Yes, we
today.
do. This was an add-on topic.
And honestly, like, this is what I feel with that. Just to brief so we can get into the topic. It is about how you deal with the situation.
With what situation? Oh, any
Whatever it
situation.
is.
Yeah.
Negativity, the something, rained on your
Parade.
parade or whatever it was. It's it's how you do it. But you also have to look on a positive note. It could be the ancestors just saying
Oh no, I definitely know what most
this
of it
is better
was.
for you, or you
It
need to
it
go through
yeah.
that.
It's
So
it was
you know,
definitely a like I know that I was being tested
mhm,
definitely because it's something that has happened over and over and over again,
okay.
and I believe that when you're that looks really bad on camera. You're on your phone while I'm talking. You
Keep
see?
going.
You see how mean?
Keep going.
So this is episode what number now? I lost track because we keep
11.
adding 11.
Yeah.
Episode 11.
Notice I'm still on my phone.
I know because
Yeah.
you like to make me cry.
No, I
Ep-
just don't like. I just don't work well with, you know, demands
I wasn't demanding.
or you know, kind of like
Episode
that. It's kind of like
11.
you telling me what to do.
No, never.
Almost.
I think I've learned my lesson. I think I know you well enough to know not to do that. But episode 11,
Yeah.
you can't control how others love or hate you. No bullets on this one. You know
Love
why?
this
Because it was
episode
added
in a way.
such a last minute ad
Love
that we have
this
no
episode
bullets.
in a way.
Why? I don't like this episode.
As someone who's striving for greatness and success, you're gonna get a plethora of negativity. You're gonna get a plethora of people who know it all. People who think they do what you're doing or a master of, whatever is your craft, lifestyle, or whatever, and they never engaged in it. You're gonna get those people that their opinion matters. What they tell you is what it is, and this is how you should do things, and blah blah, blah this and that, this and that. So
Kind of like a narcissist in our last episode. A
yeah,
narcissist
yeah.
would do that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So I've had situations where so I've written 5 books in under a year, right? I say that all the time.
I know.
I even
And
say that.
I was
I
there
even
with
told
you.
I even told the Hollywood executives when I went to pitch stuck between two different worlds
I was there with you.
in Hollywood in LA, right? I told them that when I was pitching that book in 2018, October 12th to the 13th. So I take pride in that. And I take pride in it because I did it
Yeah.
myself. I edited, I put in the work, I proofread. You know what I mean? Like that's not something
You didn't have like a team behind you doing it, right?
yeah.
Like,
I
okay,
didn't
when
have a
you're
team.
done, give me, and I'm gonna do this, and when you're done, give me,
Yeah. So I take pride in that, and I'm also human. So I might have missed a comma somewhere. I might have ended a sentence with a period and accidentally didn't capitalize the beginning of the first letter
Can I ask you a question?
of the word.
Have you've had people complain to you after reading any one of your phenomenal books that there was a period or a comma missing?
One or two people.
Wow.
One or two people. But out of like the thousands, you know what I mean? One or two people. And it's like
Over a period. Interesting.
in a way, I like it.
I like it.
I like it because like you don't want to seem too perfect to some people. Because when
Wow.
you seem too perfect, you're like you build these silent enemies.
Frenemies?
Yeah. So I like that I won't, like a comma should be there. Just let it rock. When I'm proofreading, just let it rock. Because people are gonna know a robot didn't write it. I guarantee you right now, I swear. And I'm not gonna mention any authors' names, but your number one best-selling author, I guarantee you, grammatical error, blah 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 blah, all over the place.
Of course.
but their story is exquisite. You know what I mean?
Magnifique.
And it's like those authors, you know, they could have done it themselves. My thing is, I want to leave errors in there so people know that I did it myself.
Mm-hmm.
If that stuff is perfect, they'll know a robot did it.
Mm-hmm.
Because only something that's perfect could have been done by a robot. So for me, I like it. You know what I mean? Because like normally when people like that nitpick, they don't have anything going for themselves.
Oh.
It's a fact.
Well, some people
It's a
might
fact.
think that they're doing you a favor.
No, you're not.
No,
You're
okay.
not doing me a favor.
No,
Yeah.
no. I'm just saying that's how
It
they're
could
seeing.
be someone trying to say, "Oh, he's on a high horse. Let me knock him down." That could be their
Oh,
mentality. And then now they're trying to project that like that goodness to be like, "Oh, I'm really looking out for you." But they're not. They're trying to find a mistake. Those nitpickers are gonna watch that film. They're gonna watch the podcast or listen to it. They're gonna read the book to make sure they find a mistake. That's their mentality going into it.
I hate
Let me
those
see
people.
how. Let me see
Let's
how
see how
well
good he
wrote.
did, yeah.
Let me see
That
how good he is.
sucks.
He keeps saying he's the best author in the world. Let me see. He's not.
You know what? You're the
That's
best
what they're-
author in the world. You got the best podcast in the world with the best partner in the world. So there you go. They're just a bunch of haters.
So my thing is,
Yes.
go. Why I love this episode. Why you can't control how people love and hate you. Well, first we walking about the hate. You can't like control how people hate you. You know what I mean? Like this is people are gonna be themselves. You know what I mean? Like we are all individuals. We all have different opinions. People could stand up here and say, "Well, how does he know everything?" I don't care if he has a BA in psychology. I don't care if he went to college. I don't care if he knows people. He don't know women. He don't know men. He don't know people. What is he? What makes him so? Who cares? It's like those people are entitled to their own opinion. This is America. Those people are entitled to their own opinion. They're exercising their First Amendment right. I don't
Yeah,
care.
I don't care if people don't like me either.
Most alphas, and I talked about this already in prior shows. Most alphas, like, okay, I'll use this, right? Because I read a quote somewhere. A lion doesn't lose sleep over opinions of sheep. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Do you know what I mean? If people get to you, you're not really who you are.
I have to disagree with you on that because there's certain people,
That know how to push your buttons?
yeah, that can get to you.
No.
Maybe
Nobody
not
can
to
get
you.
to you.
Maybe
You
not to
give
you.
people your power.
Yes.
Of whatever it is. Poise, your power of...
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's something about that person that can bring it out of you. And there's only certain people. I
don't believe that. I believe that...
That's for me. That goes for me.
I believe that if whatever you implement in your mental manifests into reality. So if you put that, oh, this person can always get to me, they're always going to get to you. You have the power to dictate how you react to people.
Yes. But when I agree with everything that you're saying. I really do. But for me, if I'm already in an off kind of mood, I know that there are people that I'm close to, and it's only people that I am close to. It's never a stranger. I don't care what a stranger has to say about me. I don't care what other women think about me. It's always somebody that I know.
So are you like,
Family
would you
members.
consider yourself emotional?
Yes.
Now we had prior shows when I said all women are emotional.
But I'm not all women. I'm me.
I think I'm gonna go back. I'm
Oh,
gonna go
Jesus.
back.
Why I said I'm not emotional?
I think you were saying
I don't think so. I cry like all the time.
maybe you were saying you weren't emotional or whatever. I can't speak for all women.
I can't speak for all women, but
all women are emotional.
I think a lot. I think
it's a true stereotype.
I think people in general are emotional.
No,
Men
I think
are a
women
lot
more
less
emotional than women. I think women are more emotional than men because they are born to be nurturers. And I
I
think that's their power. It could be a negative and a positive.
I
It
don't
could be
know. I
emotional.
don't know if it's because they're born to be nurtured. I think that's a reason, but I also think we're more emotional because we are allowed to be emotional. Men are taught. What was that from
How
before?
are you allowed to be emotional? Okay, I'm gonna let you finish
Okay,
because
well,
I'm sure there's
because
gonna be
I'm a
some type of
female.
elaboration. Go ahead,
Yes,
explanation. Okay.
women are from little. It's okay to cry. You hurt yourself. It's okay. But when a little boy tries, hurts it, it's be tough. That doesn't hurt. Walk it off. Run around
Not
or
every
whatever.
no, no,
A lot of
no,
males
no.
are brought up in that way.
I was raised that way, but
You know
here's the
who
thing.
else was raised that way? I know I could
Stop it.
10 other guys that are
Stop
raised that
it.
way.
Because they're okay. Okay. When we dictate or when we assess people and stuff like that and we learn about people, we learn about their backgrounds. So you can't tell me that white families and white people educate their kids and discipline their kids the same way.
Oh no, definitely not.
Okay, so it's probably not like that.
No,
Like
no,
I
no.
was raised in a Caribbean hardcore household. So I was definitely taught not to cry and stuff like that. But you might be raised in another Caribbean. Well, most
I
Caribbean
know
people
I have
are
met.
hardcore. Well, let's not talk about Caribbean people. Let's talk about like
Let's talk about Asians.
American
Let's
or
talk about
something.
whoever you want. Name any other country you want. Males are raised not to have emotion. In any other
I
country you
don't
want,
believe
just
them.
okay. But I mean, then why is it that guys don't cry? Why? How come you don't cry? You cry?
I
No.
cried. I cried when my grandfather died this year.
Okay, that's you cry because
I shed
your
a
grandpa.
tear when my grandmother died in 2011. I'm not a bawling out crying like and depressed for days. I mean, my grandmother died. I heard like my mom called me. My grandmother died. I was at work. I went back to work like nothing happened. Cause
Okay,
that's just my
why?
mentality.
I
Like
don't know if it's just your mentality or because you were raised that way.
yeah.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't apply. The way I was raised doesn't apply to the white man. How he was raised and how his mother, his Caucasian mother and his Caucasian father raised him, or an Indian, or a Saudi Arabian, or a
No, you're
American.
right. I'm
You
not
hear
saying,
me?
but what I am saying, and I'm going to stick to that, is that for the most part, men are raised to hide their emotions. And I'm talking about like your age. You know what I mean? Like your age, probably the younger generation, I think are being raised different. They're being taught different. It's okay for if you're hurt, it's okay for you to show emotion because you are hurt. Because there's nothing wrong with that. But back in the days, there is real men don't cry, just like real men don't wear pink. Remember that one? Right. So it's the same. It's the same thing.
I
But
don't know. We could agree to disagree. Dominant, dominant.
no boy.
So okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
I think we're gonna have a caller for this.
Okay, let's bring it on. This caller is a real estate agent. He's an upcoming fashion designer. You mean young man. I may be considered old to him because I'm in my early 30s.
Caller. Hello, caller. You're on the Discipline Therapy podcast, and today's topic is you can't help how someone loves or hates you. What
Yep, yep,
What do
yep.
you think about that?
I think it depends. I mean, like, you can control. You can't make them love you more or hate you less, but you can definitely make them love you less or hate you more.
You can't make
Make
somebody
him
hate
hate you
you.
more,
You can't
he
make
said.
somebody hate you more. No, I mean
You can make somebody hate you more, but you can't make somebody hate you less.
Hate you less.
hate you less.
I
That's interesting.
um I mean, okay.
So, but
I
I
don't
think you
agree
could. I
100%.
think you can make somebody love you more. Have you ever tried to make somebody hate or love you more or less?
Um,
And has it worked for you?
yeah. Like, whenever somebody tells me, like, if they talk shit about me, like, I'm gonna prove it right. I'm gonna do it more to just, like, I'm gonna make you wrong. Like, you thought you could hate me as much as you could. Wait until, like, I'm actually trying to make you hate me.
Wait until you're actually what?
Like, if somebody's like, oh, I hate this kid, like, I hate this kid, I'll go out of my way to make you hate me more. You thought you hated me? Oh, wait till I get to hate you even more. Like,
Yo.
So you like to make people hate you more? Do you try to see how
if they
much
hate me
more?
already, if they hate me already, then I don't care, like, to change their mind. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change their mind, so I might as well just make them even more upset.
I feel like it's a dangerous thing only because, and I look at it in a sense like, because he was saying, you can make, what was he saying? You can make people hate you more. You don't have control over that. Am I correct?
No, you have control over letting them hate you more, but not hate you less.
Hate you less.
Or love
Okay,
you more.
so you could walk in a room full of racist white people, and you have to pitch your book, or you have to pitch a film, or you have to pitch
Well, in his case, a
a
fashion
real
design.
estate project, or real estate project, or a fashion project.
I mean,
The way
I may be, like,
you could dictate their energy. By the time you leave that room, you could perhaps have them having a whole different perspective about you. They've already had their preconceived notions about you, and like I said, they're racist. They may hate you a little bit less after they've absorbed your energy and heard you speak. Sometimes,
What do you think about that, caller?
I mean, that's a possibility, but I have no control over that. Like, whether they hate me or not, like, I can be the most eloquent person ever. Somebody might still hate me just because of no reason.
he
I
like
have no control of making them hate me
he
more or
likes
less.
he likes. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Emotion is not something that you can reason with.
He likes
That's
throwing
true.
salt in the wound.
Oh,
I
yeah.
see. He likes throwing salt in the wound. I'm the type of person, if I know somebody hates me immensely, I'm staying away from them.
Oh,
I'm staying away from them.
I'm guessing that the caller does not. He doesn't care about that.
No.
Whether or not.
Yeah.
Do you care if people like you or hate you?
The caller has guts.
No, I don't. Like, that's why. Like, if you don't like me, then you're like, I'll just make you not like me even more. And if you do like me, then
Have you ever?
What?
Has it ever been the other way? Like, damn,
Yeah, I was
why
about to ask that.
won't they? Like, I want that person to like me.
Yeah.
Ever a situation like that?
Yeah, actually, like, with jobs and stuff, but I just feel like, whatever. Like, it's never like, damn, why don't they like me? It's just like, oh, they don't like me. Like, fuck it. Like, on to the next one.
All right.
Yeah. I
All right.
agree.
Thank you, caller. Bye.
Alright, no problem.
What do you think about someone loving you? Like the control of, can you control the amount of love someone gives you?
For me personally, I agree with the caller. I don't think you can really control too much of how somebody ultimately feels about you. But I know for myself, I don't like to be in situations where, let's say, someone loves me a whole lot, but it's not reciprocated.
Yeah.
Or likes me. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I'm not that type of person. I'd rather be the one to really like that person and have that person be like, I don't like you like that.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
But here's the thing. Here's what I believe. I believe you can't control how someone loves you.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's about them. It's easy to hate. Let's be honest. It's easier to hate than love.
Yeah. Well,
Okay?
all negative energy is always easier.
Someone loving you, that's within them. You can't it's none of your business how much they love you. That's what I feel. And I've had situations where, like, women will remain nameless. But I've had a situation where a woman was engaged, living with her fiance, has 2 kids, and she she wanted to be a sub, and we were talking, and that relationship was toxic. I won't get into details. That's her business, whatever, right? Between our conversation in private. Relationship is really bad. And she been trying to get out of it. And like, this woman loved me. And we've never, we never engaged physically like that. But
There's like a long distance.
Yeah, she witnesses things, and it's like, remember when I told you, like, a woman could be with a guy like for like, she could have like 5 guys and a year apiece, right? 5 years of her having a relationship experience. Now she tries to generalize men because that's all she's seen outside of her father. So if she's witnessing a guy that's completely different, like, I could be giving her things that obviously
or
we're
making
not
her
having,
feel
obviously we're not getting the physical,
right.
but I could be giving her those emotions that she's never had before. She loves me. I can't say to her, "Oh, you don't love me." You know what I mean? Like, it's none of your business how people love you, because everybody loves differently. Some people are more materialistic. Some people will say, "Oh, I love this person, so I want to just buy them gifts. This is me displaying my love to this person." And then you have other people who, like, they could write somebody a poem.
Right, love letters, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it is your business how somebody loves you, because somebody.
No, it's not, because
it is,
in that
it
situation,
is. No. It
I
is
was
your business
saving her
because,
life.
No. Yes, in that situation.
Because,
what if there's another situation where, you know what? Let's flip it around. Let's use me, and obviously I'm making this up. But what if somebody was, in love with me? Because I can make people fall in love with me, but what if somebody was in love with me and then became infatuated with me, and then that became like stalkerish, and then now they're hiding in my building? That's my business to know how that crazy person is now in love with me. You know what, and what they're willing to do to show me that they love me. You know what I mean?
Is that really love?
No, it's not. But to them it is. So people need to be aware of that. People need to also be aware, like I just said, I could make people fall in love with me.
I say that in my case because she was attempting to commit suicide.
No.
That's how bad the relationship was.
I'm not saying,
and it's like
to yours.
Me, I fought her on the love, like, yo, stop loving me. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Stop loving me. Like, I'm not a type of guy, just get in stay in that regular relationship. Like,
she was gonna commit suicide over your relationship with her not working out, or her?
No, her relationship, because it was like the guy was so controlling and domineering that she couldn't go anywhere. Even like if she's somewhere, he knows where she works, this and that. So it's like I said, I want to get into it, but she was looking at it like, I don't want to live anymore and whatnot. Her way of loving me, and she articulated this to me. I don't know if it was a fact. She could have just been trying to use psychological manipulation, right? Guilt tripping me and stuff. But she articulated to me like, my existence staying here is the fact that my love for you, the man that you are,
the love for you
me,
is what was holding her
there.
Yeah. Wow.
And my thing is, why keep fighting that girl? Why keep telling her don't love me and shit? Like, why try to take control of that? Oh, I'm gonna block you, and I'm gonna stop liking my pictures. Don't contact me. You can't in a way,
right.
you kind of could control it by doing those things, block them and stuff like that. But if it's that situation where I'm probably saving her life, do you really want to control it? Let people love you however they want to love you. Let people hate you however they want to hate you.
No, you could. People want to hate you how they're going to hate you. That's
I mean, even them. You don't have to love them back.
But even then,
you don't have to love them back. You don't have to hate them back. You know what I mean? You can control that in yourself. Mm-hmm. The way they feel about you, you can't control, because you don't know what's going on in their mind. You don't know what's going on in their soul. You don't know what's going on in their spirit. They could look at you as a prominent figure. They can look at you as somebody that they never had before.
But it could also be because you're talking about your own experiences, though, and not everybody has that experience. Some people have the opposite experience, where some person, their ex significant other or whatever is infatuated and now is obsessed with them. That's not a good love to have, either. Whether you're the one that you're explaining, where the love she felt with you was holding her together, that's a completely different type of love than somebody who, says that they love you, even though you've told them that you don't love them, and they're persistent with it, and nothing ever changes. You've had this conversation time and time again, and nothing doesn't change.
Some people are delusional.
That love is also different than the psychopath that wants to hide in your building and jump out, surprise, with flowers or teddy bear.
You have to put in your mental and accept that some people
you don't have to accept it.
Some people are in denial. Some people are delusional. You don't have to engage with that person. You have that control. You can't control how somebody loves you.
This is almost like this is like teetering on the topic of when you want somebody to stay away from you, you get a little paper and they're supposed to stay 100 feet away from you.
Restraining order.
It's like restraining order.
Yeah.
Right? So somebody loves you so much, you need a restraining order against them? That's a problem. And that's something that people should be aware of. And you should, that's where you have to control.
Maybe it's more difficult for women than it is for men.
100%.
Because I feel like men could do things.
Embarrass a girl enough to where she won't?
Not just that. Like, I feel like you talk about the stalkerish, right? You talk about the stalkerish that a guy could be waiting for you at a male testosterone. He could overpower you. I don't feel like a woman could overpower a man.
Okay, but how about, have you seen the new thing on Instagram? The ex-girlfriends that get angry at their boyfriends and set their cars on fire? Oh, but she loves him. How dare you not love me back? I love you so much. Nobody's going to love you like me. Let me blow up your car.
Is that love?
Of course not. But to me and you and everybody else who's regular has that's not love. That is a sickness. But to the person that's doing it, that's how they show their love.
In The Importance of Discipline, love conquers in the second book, The Importance of Discipline. I break everything down, and everybody has their own definitions of love. Like, I don't believe those things that you're saying that's love, because I believe love is like unconditional. I believe like it's patient. It could be rough, it could be gentle, but I believe somebody like okay, so we have exes. Everyone has exes, right? And it's like, in the circumstance, in convenience, in the time, your ex loves you. They want the best for you. They want to support you and all this stuff, all your dreams, aspirations. The moment you become an ex, most of the time, that stuff is eradicated. Those emotions. I don't wish my ex well. I don't want them to be successful in whatever they're doing. I'm not saying everybody. Don't give me that look. Maybe you're different, okay? But most women, they went through a hardship.
Wait, you're talking about just women?
Broke up, males too. Broke up, right? Well, women are more emotional. So.
Women do not think like that. I don't know what kind of women.
So a woman won't say, "Oh, this guy, he cheated on me" and stuff like that. I don't wish him well and stuff like that. Most women are. Most women are not going to wish their ex well, especially if it was a bad time.
If it was a bad time,
y'all ended off on a bad path. It ended poorly. You're not gonna wish each other well.
It ended poorly. How? The guy cheated on her.
It doesn't matter. I'm talking about love. Is love?
If you love
of convenience?
No. If you love somebody,
is love
even if
moment.
you're not with them, you want them to be happy.
If you love somebody, you always love them.
Yes, I agree.
That doesn't change. The level of love changes.
Yes.
You're not in love with them anymore. But
Correct.
you care about them.
But you love them.
You want them to be good. You want this, that. But I don't care about you every day. I don't love you, but I love you.
No. I'm not. There's a difference. I'm not in love with you, but I love you.
Love you.
Right.
Yeah, like I care about you or whatever.
Right.
It's a different level.
Right.
But I feel like if you love somebody, you're always going to love them forever.
I agree
You get
with
into
you.
a new relationship, you have a special place in their heart.
You don't wish them bad. You don't wish ill will towards them.
No,
That's
you
love.
might. You might.
Not if you
Especially
have
if-
love.
No, because women are so emotional.
But you're sitting
they
here with the
are-
woman talking about it.
Yeah.
And I'm
because-
telling you that that's
so
not how
that's
it
never
is.
happened to you.
That I said, I hope I never see him again. No, never. Not for me. If I love somebody, right, and I'm no longer with that person, I will always want that person to be good. Always.
That's you.
Right.
You
But
understand?
it's me and the group of women that I know. We
But-
all think the same.
But you're with someone for a long period of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about longevity. And now this person betrayed you. Whatever you want to look at it. Like episode 4, I said men don't cheat. Black men don't cheat. Let's get that out there. Hispanic men don't cheat. Matter of fact, all men don't cheat. Okay?
Women either. Wow.
So
Camera. I couldn't.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. However that person betrayed you, whatever your level of extent of their
There's different
betrayal.
levels of betrayal.
Yeah, there's different levels. Some people, some person, so a woman out there could say, "Oh, he cheated on me, he betrayed me," but him talking to another girl, he didn't betray me. Him liking a girl's picture, as whatever, half naked, that's not betrayal. Him having conversations at night with a girl, but they never had sex, he didn't betray me. But the
know about that
moment
one.
he's putting his thing in her and they're naked,
That's a problem.
engaging, he betrayed me. So yes, everybody has a different level of betrayal, but depends on your level of betrayal, right? Let's say the common thing, because most women will say men cheated, right? That's the worst thing you could do.
Not
Like
for
somebody
me.
could kill a relative, it's not so much for you, but a man cheats on you.
No way.
You don't want him to do. You don't want him to do well. You don't want him to prosper. You are angry. You lashing out. You what?
What?
Nothing, right?
I'm not,
You
because
don't have
I don't
anything to
I-
argue with.
I
because
do.
I'm saying what I'm
arguing.
saying is a fact.
That's not a fact, because for me, a man cheating on me got nothing to do. That doesn't say anything about me. And if you want to be with old girl, have fun.
Yo.
Go ahead. I wrap you up in a bow. Hold up. My biggest thing. What's the word that you said?
Betrayal?
Betrayal
Yeah.
is if a man puts his hands on me. That's
Okay.
the biggest betrayal. That have a hard time coming back. That you got a hard time with me saying, you know what? I wish you the best, but things ain't gonna
Wait,
work out.
hold
That
up,
no.
though.
That's the hard time. You want to cheat on me with some chick? Go ahead, be with old girl. But remember this: if we're still together, if I decide to still, be with you, then guess what? My turn is coming up.
Well, let's be technical. Like I want you to be specific in a way, because we do have a BDSM episode coming, and some women like being choked and. You know
All
what I
right.
mean, in a sexual
So,
environment. So you
not
talking
like
about
that.
a man
I'm
putting
not
his
talking.
hands on
I'm
you.
talking about
a man could,
what the fuck
what,
you
slap
dumb
your
bitch.
ass?
No. I'm
Slap
talking
your-
about
okay.
like arguing, like fighting.
Oh, okay.
That not like what you doing and a little on the
On the
booty.
butt?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I'm a technical specialist.
Yes, I know.
So I'm always just, here's the thing, me, right? When I get, prior to me getting in a relationship, and if I see like a potential submissive, I'm always asking her a lot of questions. I'm always asking her like, oh, so you love me? Like I'm always
the bat?
testing that. I'm always testing that. Like, how do you love me? What the extent? Would you love me if I was, like, would you be happy for me if I was happy without you? I asked them those questions. I asked them questions like, what do you...
Wait, what was that question? Would you be
happy for me if I was happy without you?
Oh.
I asked them those type of questions. I asked them questions like, are you prepared for what a dom is willing to provide, or what I'm willing to provide? No, I'm not giving no answer. I'm not giving no answers, but I'm just saying, like, these are certain things. We'll get to that in the BDSM episode. Let's hype up the BDSM episode, because that's going to be fire.
No, it is. You know why? Because I don't want to deter from this one, but I am going to be the one asking you questions, and I am going to be asking questions that I know everybody who has no clue and has been curious about it. I'm going to ask those questions to you. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
I have a whole. You think you were proud of me because I'm writing my final thoughts? You have no idea.
That we titled BDSM 101. People should have their notes if they're in this lifestyle, newbies. I've been in it for 12 years. So as far as like relationships, different terms, different subs, different doms, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna learn a lot. They're gonna be able to, really get the ins and outs, because there's certain things where a woman could say like she's in an abusive relationship and she might be in that lifestyle and she thinks it's okay because it's a different lifestyle than what she's seen and what she's socially conditioned to as far as film and books. I'm not going to mention them, but she could think, because I love him, even though this is a hard limit for me, I want to please him. But reality, you're in an abusive relationship, girl. Like you need to come to your senses and differentiate. And like we're gonna get to that in that episode. But like different level of love, different level of betrayal, like how somebody views it, because everybody has their own definitions. Like I was talking prior, certain people may think, I love you, so I'm gonna shower you with gifts. That's my way of showing you love. Right. Other people are like I'm the type of here's me. This is me. I'm gonna talk about me because there's no other guys here. I'm gonna talk about me. The way I give love is not me texting you every 2 seconds. You might be a chick that's like, yo, text me every 2 seconds. I'm gonna do the opposite of what you tell me. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm gonna do the opposite of what you're telling me. I don't really work well with people demanding things from me. You mean just, it's high dominance. You could Google it. Gotcha. High dominance, right? We'll get to that in the BDSM episode. So this is how I am. I don't like those things. So if somebody's like, oh, give me attention every 2 minutes, I'm going to do the opposite of what you told me. I don't like that. The way I show love is affection. The way I show love might be the way I grab your ass, the way I kiss you, the way I caress you, the way I cuddle you, the way I spend time with you, the way I give you time, even though I'm a busy person. Those things are not appreciated to a lot of people because they don't understand. They think love is supposed to be this way, but this is my way of loving you.
That's your love language.
Yeah. Our love language don't intertwine.
It's different, yeah.
It's not compatible. So like a woman out there, and this is a hypothetical scenario. A woman out there that's engaging with me could think, oh, he only texts me good morning. I haven't heard from him in 4 hours. He doesn't love me.
Do you know that it's crazy that women actually measure that? Like how fast?
Yeah, because y'all emotional and
stop with the y'all. First of all, I don't even do that.
Listen, I complimented y'all in episode 6. I said women are smarter than us. They're more emotionally dominant. Okay. You never like to take the compliments. It's always like every single time I say so. Oh, it's negative now. Oh, women, listen. I complimented y'all, right?
On just
in
one
episode
thing?
6. No, I complimented y'all in like episode 4 too. I say y'all being emotional is your power.
This is episode 11.
This is episode 11.
So we only got complimented twice.
I probably
hold up, and even less because episode 1 was a
episode 1.
two-parter.
I said y'all have the power to choose the men y'all want to submit to. That's a compliment.
That's a fact. So you're right. You can't compete. You can't
dictate like
how somebody loves you.
Somebody loves you like their love, like you were saying, their love language is different from your love language. And the way I display my love is different from where a regular traditional man who lives a traditional regular lifestyle, vanilla lifestyle, engages, or how he provides love.
Before you got into the BDSM world, what was your love language then? When you did regular, same thing.
It was the same thing.
You just didn't. Okay.
Yeah, as I got older, knowledge of self.
Right.
Is essential.
Yeah.
Right. Knowledge of self is essential because when you know yourself, you're not gonna know what you want. Yeah. Now, when you love yourself, you're gonna know how to love people. You know what I mean? When you don't love yourself, it's when you love these mundane things because you're looking for these things to compensate what you feel is a void. I feel. That's what I feel. And these are just solely my opinions. This is the Discipline Therapy Podcast. So these are just solely my opinions. And that's how I feel about it. So like when someone displays their love to you and they think that way, their love is not, you're gonna feel their love is not adequate. But for them, they feel like their love is adequate.
I'm the opposite.
What I'm providing you is adequate love. But the person receiving the love is not gonna feel like that you're you're providing them adequate love.
Right. But my problem isn't that. like I stated in the beginning of the podcast, I don't care to be the one. Like if I'm the one that loves more, that I'm fine with that. I could love somebody more than they love me, and I have no problem with that. You don't love me like that, but okay, fine. But if somebody loves me more, and I don't feel the same back, that it bothers me. Like it makes me sad for them. I don't like that because now I have to tell them, hopefully just one time, I don't see, it's not like that with you. And hopefully they get it. But if they don't get it, and now you see the hurt in their eyes, in their voice, that bothers me. I don't like doing that.
Well, for the people out there whom could be going through this, right? Like I feel, don't stress yourself out. Let them love you however they want. As long as they're not what you were saying, and now I agree with you, the stalker stuff, as long as they're not doing that, as long as they're not, excessively crossing your boundaries,
right? Okay,
and your hard limits, then let them love you from a distance how they want to love you.
Yes.
And let it be. Don't allow it to stress you out and you have to feel like, oh, I got to keep telling this person. If this person, put in your mind that this person is delusional. He or she doesn't want to listen to me telling them that it's not what it is. They're delusional or they're in denial, and just play the game. That's the way I look at play the game. Like a girl could tell me, "Oh, I'm your dom," and I'm gonna be like, "Okay, we ain't never met. You live in a totally different state. You live in a totally different state. We never even engaged in any type of activities. But I'm your dominant. Okay, fine, cool." You know what I mean? Like, it's like for me, like you playing with me and I'm playing back with you. But we both know the reality. I'm a fantasy to you. And it's not reality. So, like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's that way, I don't stress myself out.
Right.
By having to curse this person out, by having to constantly reprimand and verbalize, I'm not into you, or I'm not this.
Right,
no,
but what
let them
if
be how they be? Let them love you how they love you. You are somebody's reason to masturbate. You are somebody's reason to fantasize.
Yes, but you were somebody's reason to stay alive.
Yeah.
Right. So, in that sense, what if you're the reason of somebody's death? That's another thing. What if that person that you don't love anymore, now that you have history with, now comes out and tells you like
they're gonna kill themselves if they don't be with you? Man,
or
I've had some women that said that to me.
Right. Okay. And here's for the listeners out there, like you said, who are going through something like this. If it's a brand new relationship or 3 months into it, I'm with you. Who cares? Let them love you. What you said your piece or whatever. You like them, but you don't like them as much as they do, and they're okay. You got nothing with them. 3 months. That's nothing.
Yeah.
If you're with somebody for years, and that love changes. And now let's say you have kids even.
With
little
them?
kids, big kids.
Kids
yeah,
with them?
Right. That's a whole different ball game. That's a whole different. You can't just things ended in an okay way. A lot of people separate
you guys went
because
on like great terms.
right. Not great terms, but I know
okay
I know
terms.
plenty of people who
Y'all are cordial.
Right.
Okay.
But maybe the wife still harbors feelings for the husband. You know what I'm saying? And now he's moving on with another woman because it's a lot easier for men to move on. I don't know why that is, but let's just say that's how it is. What is he supposed to say now? He has kids with her.
Alpha males.
He has
maybe
kids
it's easier
with
for
her.
alpha males to move on.
Maybe.
There are some beta males out there.
He has kids with her. He loves her. That's the mother of his kids, but he's not in love with her. And here she is, because they have, a close, they can still talk to each other. Now what do you tell that man? It's not the same as, hey, just let her love you how you want to. What if she already told him, I don't know if I could live without you? And what that entails.
Wait. So you're saying that? Wait a minute. Let me recalibrate. You're saying that you said about marriage or kids. Am I right?
Yeah. If somebody's in that situation and it's an ex that you've had kids with and you've had years with.
Okay. First of all, you're always gonna have a tie with that person.
Always.
Mm-hmm. This is why I believe like women who have children, how dare you?
That is a different topic.
No. We should have talked about it in episode 4. But how dare you demand so much about a single man who doesn't have kids and things like that. You have a baby father or 2 hanging around. You have a bond with him. It doesn't matter if you're not having sex.
Right.
The kids is your bond.
Right.
Whether it's joint custody or whatever, you have to give him the children to spend time with. This is your week. Now this is your weekend. He's still around. That might be a problem for another man who's coming into your life and accepting kids or whatever it is. Yeah, you're right. It's a different topic.
Yeah,
we'll get to different
topic.
But staying on topic is that the kids, the bond. So in a way, it's like you have that bond with them because of the kids.
Right.
And let's say it was
having a bond with somebody.
Let's talk
doesn't
about
mean
longevity.
That they're gonna love each other the same way.
Let's talk about longevity, right? Let's say you're with this person for 15 years, 10 years, 10 years of your life, your body, your mind, your soul, spirit. You understand? Like you don't know. Well, maybe okay. Because there might be women out there that cheat. Women cheat better than men.
So men do cheat. Oh wait, not black men or Spanish men.
Women cheat better than men. Now, I talked about my what I think cheating is. They're gonna have to go back to episode 4. Okay, but women cheat better than men. They could be flirting, they could be texting, deleting texts, whatever, right? But let's talk about a woman who's faithful. She's been in 10 years of everything for that man. She didn't see any man outside of him. Right?
Okay.
They break up. Bad terms, good terms, whatever it is. She's always going to have a special place with him. Even if it's not love, she cares about him.
Right.
And if he's saying, oh, I'm this and I'm still in love with you and da-da-da, and she's feeling a type of way, she's allowing it to upset her and get it riled up and all this other stuff, she still loves him. Well, because he can still get to you. And that's hard for a regular person. That's hard for a regular person. You could start dating a guy.
What do you mean
that
a regular person? That girl.
This is a hypothetical scenario.
Right, but
okay, a regular person, I'm putting my mind in her mind. A regular person is a man that's outside of my relationship because this is my king. This is my prominent man. I put him on a high pedestal higher than every other man. This is the only man I see. So every other man is regular.
Okay.
So if she's broke up with him, now she's on a path to seek a king, but she's approached by regular men.
Okay.
So with these regular men, right? She has the mentality now of, I still love my ex because of all these years and everything that I've given to him.
She loves her ex or she's in love with her ex. Those are two different things.
She loves her ex.
So she could love her ex. She just doesn't want to be with him.
But if he's able to rile her up by him saying, oh, I'm in love with you. And we could even say a woman. Let's not talk about male, women. Let's talk about women, male. And she could be like, oh, I'm so in love with you. And I'm just, and he's kind of like, I've told you the 100th time. Okay, let's talk about it. Family Matters. Remember Family Matters?
Yeah.
With Laura Winslow and Steve Urkel? Mm-hmm. Perfect example.
Not really. They've known each other. They know each other. They grew up with each other.
They were never in a relationship.
He was.
That's the only thing that
I didn't watch that show
I watched it rigorously.
But I remember that, and she only liked him when he became Stefan. She didn't like him, and
Stefan was Steve.
Right, but she didn't like Steve. She liked Stefan.
She fell in love with Steve eventually.
Okay, eventually. But all them years before, she had to tell him over and 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 over. And she didn't have a problem saying it because he was
because it was a show, though. And it was a show, and he knew where she lived.
There's a lot of girls, women out there that don't care. How, you like me, I don't like you, go scram. And they don't, it's easy for them. Not everybody's easy, that's what I'm saying. For me, I'm the type, I don't like that. So let's get with our final thoughts.
Yeah, because we could
go on forever. I believe, to a certain extent, obviously it's easier to make someone not like you than to make them like you. We've all met a person that instantly, I don't like that person. And you could tell. We could meet somebody together and I'll be like, I don't like him. And you'll be like, why? They were so nice.
Okay.
Or flip, you just don't like them. Right?
Okay.
Or if someone likes you more than you like them, you could always be mean to that other person to get them to stop. Right? So let's say you like me a whole lot more, right, than I like you.
Okay.
I don't even like you that much.
Me neither.
Now I could be mean. You know what I'm saying? Like some people could be mean and then they'll be like, oh, I didn't think. Yeah, I did catch it. I caught it. And they'll be like, oh, I don't like her anymore because she's mean. Okay. I'm not one of those type of people. I don't like to be mean. I was mean for a very long time as younger. And now I don't want to be mean. I don't like to be be that way.
I think women can be vindictive if they try.
I think females, even from little, are way more vicious than males. Because they can say
so maybe you don't want to be mean to somebody you care about.
I don't like to be mean to anybody that I care about.
I don't have a problem being mean. I mean, I'll let you finish your final thoughts.
No, I don't have a problem being mean to people who deserve it. You know what I mean? Like strangers or whatever. But if you're my friend, right? I love you as my friend. I don't want to be mean to you. I don't want to be mean to any of my people. Then what's the purpose?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can make people fall in love with me. I said that in the beginning. And
yeah, you said it a couple of times.
Yeah, because it's true. I can make
tooting your own horn.
Fall in love with me. Maybe not how they love me, but to get them to love me,
Pisces,
no problem.
Okay, Pisces.
And when I was younger, I used to do it unknowingly. Like I didn't know myself. I didn't know how to control all that. But as I would attract, let's say, because I think I'm pretty alpha female. I would attract a beta male.
Beta male. Okay.
That I didn't like because that's not my type. So now he's liking me, I'm not liking him, and now I gotta be mean to get him not to like me. Back then it was fine. I don't like to do that now. That's all I'm saying. You just have to.
My final thoughts are: you really can't control how people love or hate you. Individuals are individuals for a reason. Their perspective, based off whatever they feel it is, judging a book by its cover, whatever it is, your work, how you are, or how they don't know how you are, just what you show out there, or that person could be an asshole, arrogant, or whatever. That girl is whatever. These preconceived notions that they've built, that they have in their mind, you can't control that. What you can control is how you react towards people.
Yeah.
How you react towards how they love you, how they hate you. My thing is, and I told you this I think 2 years ago. I said, Okay, I put out my 5th book. I'm done arguing with people.
Yeah.
If somebody has to say something negative on my post or whatever it is, I'm done arguing people. EL Discipline books on sale now. Google EL Discipline. You'll find
everywhere.
all my works. The Discipline Therapy Podcast is on all listening platforms. And tune into the YouTube channel, the Discipline Therapy Podcast. And those
Every
are my
Thursday,
final thoughts. That's how I argue with people. You
Like
understand?
how?
That's how I
You block
argue
them?
No, that's how I argue with people. Like my way of, if somebody wants to argue with me on social media, I promote my brand.
Oh,
It's almost like I
that's
ignore.
smart.
It's almost like I ignore what you're saying, and then this is what I say. So if someone says, "Yeah,
Clever.
I really didn't like your opinions on the podcast," I'm gonna say, "Well, did you listen to the whole podcast? Because I have books out too. Did you buy one? Did you buy one? You didn't buy one? Okay, bye. Have a nice day." You know what I mean? Like, I don't have time for that.
We sure don't.
Only boring people get bored. You know what I mean? If you feel like you have the audacity to want to come and say certain things on somebody else's post, it doesn't have to be mine. It could be a celebrity's. It could be his or hers. You know what I mean? Like, find better things to do. Find better ways to manage your time, whether it's on social media or off social media. You know what I mean?
Preferably off social media, because that's the problem. They're on there scrolling, and then they want to make a comment.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? All that stuff is energy.
Unless you're going to be on the Discipline Therapy Podcast, then you could be on social media all day long.
All that stuff is energy. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, you're looking at memes, that's energy. It's absorbing into your subconscious. You're watching these fights and then stuff like that. You're hyping it up. That's energy. You know what I mean? So it's all about music, television,
everything.
news,
So much.
whatever
We absorb it all.
you are giving your energy to. That's what it is. At the end of the day. So at the end of the day, my thoughts are my opinions. And you cannot control how people love and hate you. You can only control how you react to it. And
That's true.
that's what it has to do. That's what it comes down to. It comes down to control. So those are my final
Controlling
thoughts,
yourself.
man. We have to cut because I will go and run and we'll be here for like 3 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast.
Peace.
Back against the wall, they gon' laugh and watch me crawl. So I pray that one day, hope that day find some grace. And if not, then okay, then we'll face what awaits. What's up?
I had to struggle to get by. They just wanna waste my time. Even though I feel I said I had to struggle to get by. They just wanna waste my time. Even though I feel I've tried.